Guys, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the show. I'm joined in studio with the PFL Bantamweight Champion, Lewis McGRILLEN. Lewis, how are you?
I'm doing good, mate. I'm all good, yeah. How about yourself?
I'm very well. I'm very well. You seem knackered, seem tired.
Yeah, I am, mate, to be fair. It's been an hard few weeks, even months of just training and stuff like that. Just the usual, though. I'm starving. I'm cutting weight. I'm dieting, do you know what I mean? And just in the trenches, in the gym, the usual.
I guess that's just one of the small costs of success, I guess.
That's what it
Uh,
is, mate. You just got to go through pain to get through it. That's at the end of the day.
No, no, definitely. I just understand what you mean. Look, I think I'll start from the most recent bout. I think at PFL he became the bantamweight champion, and he also bagged a nice $100,000
Oh, it was
against
good,
Adam
mate.
Philpott.
That's,
Go,
yeah. Sorry, mate. Go on, say that again.
no, I said you bagged a nice $100,000, 100 grand against the from the bouts against Adam Philpott.
It was against Alexander Luster. I'm fighting Phil Pot.
Oh
So
shit.
yeah. So basically, just a mad one in it, mate. Like because at the start of the year, it was a bit all stalemate for me. I was struggling to get fights and such, and then I jumped in that tournament last minute. Fought Dean Garnett, had a mad fight, and then straight into the final. Banged Luster out, and then I woke up. I woke up one morning and had a few grand in the bank, mate, which is a bit mad.
No, congratulations and well done. Apologies, I got your opponent's name mixed up there. I was just doing lots of research. I think we probably over analyzed a lot of things. But would it be okay for me to ask the prize money? What have you done with it? Is it kept to yourself just for you're just for maintenance and for paying your coaches, or have you, as in, I think, do they make you donate to charity or something?
I've been made to donate charity. Uh, I've not been forced to do anything like that, but like I go as if anything comes around with donations and stuff like that to help people out, whether it's like the church I like to donate to, or a bit of quid, a few quid there and there, or even like people helping out people I know who have like got like cancer research and stuff like that. But no one's ever pulled me aside to like put charity work in. But I give it out now and then. Do you know what I mean? A few here and there.
Yeah. What was it like being signed to PFL when you got the call and when you put your name on the dotted line? Because I mean, okay, they may not be the UFC, but they've still got a massive global reach.
Um, it's a bit mad. I signed with PFL in March. Well, I had one fight with them at the start of March 25th, 2023. It was just a one fight deal, and then after I won that fight, they seen the hype of it behind me, I guess, and they seen something in me. What they wanted to re-sign me and actually get a five-fight deal. I did that, and I moved on from there, and it took me into the tournament, the European League, like the next year, which was like last year, 2024. But I jumped in the tournament last minute with stuff, and then now I've re-signed a new contract with him. Now I'm back with him another three fights this year, but I'm looking to hopefully go into the global next year.
Nice, nice. Because they are a big, big platform, even though already you're a professional before you even joined them, was there anything you felt you need to change your game plan, your fight camps and in your corner?
Not quite really. Well, there's always adjustments I need to do and work on myself. Like end of the day, like a fighter needs to evolve no matter what, and that's not that. That doesn't mean just be a fight camp fighter. That means you got to be training all year round, 24/7. Really, ideally, obviously the tempo increases when you're in fight camp, but like I'm always working and getting better. There's adjustments I need to do to work on my game every day. I'm always evolving. I see myself evolving, and like even from my last fight in December, the levels have gone up by a good great margin. I like to say, I'm just working hard. End of the day, in it, I'm so young in the game. I'm like, I don't want to rush anything. End of the day, and it's all coming to play. Yeah.
Lewis is the first time of me speaking to a top fighter like yourself. Can you give me just like a brief backstory on yourself and just how you got into mixed martial arts?
Yeah. Well, I've always been a bit of a rougher, like with fighting wise. Like I'm from a council estate, you know what I mean? You know how it goes. But basically, I was more of a boxing kind of kid. I never took anything serious of boxing, but I was always having fights like on the street, in school, football pitch. You know what I mean? I was just a typical lad. And then before you know it, I started. I used to mess around on the AstroTurf like in school, like grappling with each other, working on that. You doing that UFC stuff, or they like to quote. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really know anything of it. I literally borrowed a game off my mate, yeah, who used to like MMA, and then I give him a boxing game. I give him Fight Night Champion. He gave me UFC Undisputed 3. We traded games, and I got hooked in MMA straight away. I got a taste of it, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give that MMA a go, and then did a bit here and there, and then the rest is history. Here I am now. Yeah, it's mad. I did that when I was about 14. I started training.
Was it for you? Was one of the things for you that got you hooked just maybe the therapeutic side? So, especially in training and so on, it's a good way of just venting out frustration if you've had a day of dealing with bullshit people.
Yeah, that's literally it, mate. Like, I'm an angry kid. Like, I think you can probably tell by my personality, by
Yeah.
when I fight and stuff, like who I am. I'm just I don't feel like I fit into a normal group of society. Like I like to say, I'm not a normal person. I'm a bit chaotic. I got a bit of energy in myself, stuff like that. And I feel like fighting was a way of an outlet to like release that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kept me grounded. It kept me on a good like positive path. It also made me not even just like being a better athlete or a better fighter, made me a better person, mature, enjoy, humble, joy. It makes you grounded. And since I got a taste for that at that age of just being a 15-year old lad, um, I just got hungry for it even more and more and more, and it's making me mature into the young man I am today. Yeah.
Ever since becoming bantamweight champion for a massive mixed martial arts mainstream promoter in your area, the people you used to, do you get recognized a lot more? And do people still try to, let's say, test you and try to get into like say, fights with you in public? Has it
Yeah.
ever happened to you where you've had to defend yourself in the bar or the pub?
No, no, not really. Not if that ever happens, that's someone who doesn't know me. But to be quite honest, I can't walk down Manchester, not even just my hometown, but Manchester. I can't walk down Manchester without someone recognizing me and stuff like that. Even before I ever signed for the PFL, I was all people always knew who I was. Do you know what I mean? I was always known as like as the fighter king and stuff like that. I never got messed with. I'm like, you know, let's say respected a little bit. I'm just a lad from a council estate, and everyone supports that. And like now, like the hype just gets more and more and more and more on me. And I've never really had problems where someone has started me, especially for knowing who I am. That's never happened. I'll be honest. Like honestly, I just keep myself to myself. To be honest, I don't really. I'm not really a guy that goes out like and goes out on pies and stuff like. I'm not really like. I'm kind of antisocial. Me, I'll be honest. Worst things worse. After a fight, if I am feeling like to have a bit of like bit of a drink or anything. I'm more of a weak guy, mate. I'll have a split and just chill out, mate. That's what I do. Yeah.
So, say after a big fight like your recent bout where you became bantamweight champion, you got a lot of a big prize money award for that. How do you normally celebrate?
To be quite honest, I went to Amsterdam. I enjoyed myself there and stuff like that, and I just like my food and just chilling out. Really, I'm a very easy guy to be honest. Obviously, I promised to get my cat some nice dreamies, cat treats. Got my cat some treats. I got myself a new air rifle to shoot some squirrels, like I said, and I like my hunting and stuff like that. And I was just doing things like that. Honestly, like even my money, I don't spend anything wild. I just keep my money accordingly into play. Like I'm looking in new places to move in now. Like I have the availability to have somewhere nice to live now. Whereas like back in a few years ago, I was struggling. Like I remember being on Universal Credit, like trying to explain to Job Centre that I want to be an MMA fighter, my aspirations, and they look at like your head fell off. And now that I have that to back it up, like that's all just through a positive output, I guess.
Yeah, I've been to those job centers before myself in the past. They're very unhelpful. Very,
Yeah, they're
very
telling me, mate,
unhelpful.
they just go, how's it going? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me, how's it going? What does it look like it's going well?
Look, what is your kind of mindset and mentality just leading up to the fight? Is it as in you are like you've got this how do I put like eye on the prize sort of thing? Just what keeps you focused, no matter what people say to you, whether it's naysayers or supporters, just what keeps you deadly focused on walking into that cage and walking out of the cage with nothing but the win.
I'm like in a way, I feel like in a way I've sold my soul to the game anyway. Like what I would explain on that is like I'm all in now. There's nothing else I've got like left besides that in a way. Like I this is my not just my therapy, it's my whole life, and I got to do this every time I fight. It's like a fight for survival as well. So that's why I'm doing that. That's how I'll look at it. But like end of the day, yeah, it's a crazy life what I gotta do, but you gotta enjoy the process as well, which I'm doing now that I'm earning the fruits of my labor from my last fight and stuff like that. It's all becoming more fun, but it's my life. But also it's a job, and I gotta be disciplined, stay disciplined, get my weight low, go bed at according right times. Getting up and showing up every day with 100% effort in the gym all the time, working on my craft, and it all comes down to just discipline. I don't do it. I don't do things, yeah, because I feel like it. I just do it because I got to do it. That's what separates things as well. Just because I don't feel like doing something, it's just not practical, is it? Because if I felt like I didn't want to do this, then I would never get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? I just got to do it. Do it sad, do it angry, do it even when you're feeling low in yourself. Just do it regardless. And it just comes down to discipline. But this has been like a thing where I'm on autopilot because I've been doing it at such a young age now. But even like as I've got older, turning into professional, it's now got to a point where like, it's just like it's come my life. It's a routine. It's a religion. What I gotta follow, and I just do that. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just part of my life now. And part of who I am.
It's in your blood.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I feel like it was always in me in a way, but it's all about practicing and make it permanent, and that's what it's become.
If not MMA, what would you have turned your hand to instead?
If I didn't do MMA,
Yeah.
I don't, honestly, mate, it's hard to talk about that. I don't actually know. It's mad to say, but I'd probably be sectioned me or in jail. Nah, I'm only joking.
Oh,
I don't actually know, mate. I'd probably be a serial killer, to be honest. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't know where my life would be. I'll be honest. I'm an angry guy, man. Like, and this is like this is my positivity. It keeps me grounded and stuff like that. I just feel like this is all I know. I wouldn't even like to think what I do without fighting or this sort of life I've got because it's an unknown territory I would not even like to go down in a way. This is just what I've got to do, and I'm glad it found me, and not just because I found it as well. Do you know what I mean?
yes, yeah. I have some questions and I wrote these down just remember because I post on my stories on Instagram I'm interviewing you and please put forward any questions you'd like to me to ask my guest. Now, one of them is three questions. One fan asked, what other MMA fighters have helped you on your journey to the PFL?
Oh, I say it would come down to like training partners wise. I'd say people like Lerone Murphy, mate. Like I train with him, man, and he's a definition of a professional like athlete and fighter. Like he's a great role model to follow and stuff like that. Like he's definition of discipline. He's definition of going through trials and tribulations to get to where he is and working. And then the day, if I just follow like that routine, that structure, what he's done, and even the grit of it that plays a massive factor on me as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm around. It's who I'm around and people as well. It's not always people I'm watching over a TV. If I would say like obviously Conor McGregor's up there for me. If it like come from a TV's point of view watching, but like people I know, it has to be a little Murphy. Give him a credit to him. Do you know what I mean?
Next one, I think this came from is it I can't remember, is it Smash MMA? Um, if there was one attribute from another fighter that you could steal, which one would it be and why?
Oh, it's a good one that. I'd say like Demetrius Johnson's fight IQ or something like that. The way it's not even just fight IQ. He's like he's someone who knows what to do in like in a set situations, whether it's like chambering up with his jiu-jitsu, chambering up with his wrestling, and then mixing it from like a suplex or a mighty whiz bar, if you will. He has all the factors of putting all his skill set together. I'd say something like that. I think Demetrius Johnson's a good guy to watch, and like the way his attitude is, and his like I say his fight IQ. I'd definitely say something like that.
And third one comes from I think the combat sports guys. Would you like to compete in the world tournament soon?
Yeah, 100%. I'm still waiting if anyone pulls out of this one again now. Like I've already signed my final dotted line with Alan Philpott, so I couldn't even jump in the tournament last minute again. Like I was looking at it, like I seen so many pullouts. I think there's about 4 pullouts, which is crazy. But I know this is what happens with these tournaments. People pull out, people get injured, and if I see anyone pulling out, in the semi final, I will jump back. I'll jump in on that. I'll jump in on that shit. Like it's not like I've not done it before. Do you know what I mean? And I would do it again. I do it every time and come and try and rob the bank. Like that's I'll come in like I'm not bothered. But right now I got a deal with Alan Philpott and that's coming on May 10th. I'll decapitate him and then I'll move on to whatever's next for me.
Has anyone you've had some fighters probably pull out at the last minute against you, have you?
Oh yeah,
That you
loads,
felt?
of loads, loads. You know what? Not as much as it was as in the PFL this time, but like it was more in the regional scene for me. I had so many pullouts. It was so common, but like now that I'm signed with a good platform and a good show on like one of the highest levels as well of MMA, now that's not really a thing. I feel for me. I feel like people are trying the chances and they're getting paid to fight me now on good money. So some people are willing to get gulagged for that, I guess whether it's a few grand or whatever. Whereas like when it was in the regional scene, sorry, no one really wants to get gulag for 250 quid. That's a universal credit monthly payment. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that's
No.
practical, I
Mm.
guess. But I've never had that problem really right now with the PFL.
What? No, before I go to that question, can you talk a bit about Manchester top team? Of course, they need no introduction, but I mean, can you talk about your coaches, your corners, nutritionists, and any other up and coming talents that who we should be keeping our eyes peeled for?
Yeah. So my coach is Carl Prince, who I've been with since day dot, really. Day dot general. Like, he was probably the first person who ever really believed in me, I'd say. I feel like in my life, in a way. For like a guy like I first met when I was like 15, and he's seen something that I never seen. Like I never believed in myself. It's only just started becoming now where I do believe in myself. I thought at one point I believed this was a coincidence that I was knocking people out of my left hand. It sounds crazy as it was, but it's no coincidence. Like he's seen the levels of me. He knew I hit hard before I even knew how to throw a punch properly. He knew what I was capable of, and I owe my credit to him. Like he works with me every day. He believes in me. He strives me to do best and stuff like that. Um, and my nutritionist is Kelly Stadding. She actually trains at our Manchester top team as well. She looks after my nutrition. With also with meal preps with Scrandiggity, which is a sponsor as well, who's from Women's Shore based as well. I've got like them helping me out with diet nutrition. And up and coming talent, I say people like Louis Lee Scott. He's a great training partner of mine. He's class. He's like Aries champion. He's got his opportunity. He's got great opportunities coming soon. What you will see what will get announced eventually. It's not for me to say. I've got people like Atiba Gautier. I don't know. I know you've heard of him. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a savage in the UFC. The talent coming out of our gym now is just crazy. Like it's not even just them guys. Like these other people now. Like I couldn't even think of top of my head. They're all savages, man, and they push me to be great. Do you know what I mean? They push me hard. They push me to keep working hard.
Now, I always ask about, excuse me, I always ask about the gym as in the people and support behind the fighter, behind the success story, because I just want to find about the people helping you reach your goals and reach to that stardom position where you are now. Um, what about your future plans?
Yeah. I don't always think about like the future so ahead. Like I do you know what it is? I just box off one thing at a time. Like right now I focus on Alan Philpott. That's as far as the future as I like to think. I always have my little fantasy thinking of jumping in the tournament, winning and taking out 500k, then sailing to the sunset for the meantime until something else comes along. But I just want as every fighter always says, they just want greatness in their life and become a superstar. I don't even feel like I'm even a superstar, like to the qualities I'm even capable of yet. I know I'm capable of more, in a way. Well, I don't want to sound like it's like egotistical or anything like that, but I keep myself grounded on that thing, so I don't really think too far ahead on that. It's not it doesn't exist right now for in a way because it's not happened. As long as I keep working hard, then I can make it exist. Do you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. That's my approach to it.
You you look like someone who would be a really, really entertaining trash talker.
Yeah.
You will sell the fight really, really well.
Well, yeah, do you know what it is, mate? It's not even necessarily like to say I'm a trash talker. I do find it a bit mad when like, did you have a set few videos in PFL that says PFL's biggest trash talker? I'm like, am I? I feel like am I getting painted as that? Don't get me wrong. I give my opponent shit. That's what I do. It's just why sometimes it's not. I don't. It's not every person I hate. Maybe a little bit. Maybe every time I'm fighting someone, I fight someone. I just this mole switches on me where I just want to kill the guy. I'll be honest. It's just who I am. But like it's I'm just myself in a way. I'm just winding them up. When I say everything I say in that moment, I genuinely mean it. Like I am a bit of a hothead, like, and I genuinely mean that. But as well, I'm not a villain. Do you know what I mean? I'm just me and my organic self. Like I think you can tell that by me just speaking to you and stuff like that. I don't know. You can call me what you want end of the day, but in how I look at it, I'm a hero in my story, so it's one of them, innit?
No, you do come across as the real deal, as in it's in your blood when you get into the cage that you want nothing more than to finish your opponent and to come back with a win. So I do see you as someone who actually wants this, not because of the fame or anything, but it's something you're good at, something you love, and you want to showcase your skill set and talent to the whole world. So, you are one of the real ones for me.
Yeah, thank you, mate. That's exactly what it is, though, isn't it? Like, obviously, I would love the style and love the fame in a way, all the money and stuff like that. Definitely money now. Now that I've got a taste for it, but like, I just love what I do. Like you said, I just love what I do. I love my life in a way. Do you know what I mean? When it comes down to this thing, like fighting's in my, like, it's in my blood. It's in my nature now. Like, it's who I am as a person. Do you know what I mean? And this is what all I want to do. But obviously, I know it's not all I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. But this is what I'll do for the meantime now, and I'm just gonna keep going and keep working hard and see where I can get as far as possible, and that's my goal.
So far, who has been your toughest opponent in the octagon?
My toughest opponent, oh, I'd say Dean Garnett. I'd say Dean Garnett, mate. I'll be honest. Like, one second, my cat's meowing. He misses me. You see. Do you know what it? Do you know what it is? Yeah. Uh, I'd say Dean Garnett. I'd say Dean Garnett because yeah, look at the knockdowns, look at the fight. He was crazy. He was hard as nails. People, I don't know what other people think. Like people would say someone who were lost to, like Wesley Meyer, for example, but he wasn't tough. Oh, like on a set level. He just when I look at that fight now, he was just winning the rounds or stuff like that, winning. But like the Dean Garnett fight, that's definitely he has to be the toughest guy I've ever fought. Like genuinely, he was a dog. Him. I dropped him about 9 times in that fight, yeah, and he got back up. I hit him to the point every time he hit the canvas, he woke back up and was ready to try and kill me again. So it
Mhm.
has to be D, can't it?
And I've had him on the show before some time ago. Nice, fairly well spoken and intelligent guy as well.
Yeah, definitely, mate. He's sound
He
as
is, yeah.
anything, you know.
Mm.
Like even that, like with Dean Garnett, man. When I fought him, yeah, whatever you want to call it, but he's a nice guy. I've known him as well since I known him as long as I started this journey. I've known him since I was like 16, 17. I remember him coaching me, and like it was weird fighting him as well. In a
Yeah.
way, it kind of felt wrong in a way. It was weird, but like business is business. End of the day, it was either him or me, and I rate he could say the same. End of the day,
It's when your teacher becomes your opponent.
that's it, mate. It's a mad one.
Um, who would your dream opponent be, and which venue would be your dream venue?
I don't necessarily have a dream opponent in a way because I feel like there is no opponent. As what Bruce Lee would say, it's you versus you. End of the day, anyone who comes in front of me, that's their guy. That's the guy I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna beat. But dream venue has to be. Is it AO Arena or the new? What is it? The Co-op Arena. Sorry, the Co-op Arena in Manchester. I'd love to fight in there, or maybe the MEN Arena, or the AO Arena now, whatever it's called. Just somewhere in Manchester, in my hometown. That's the dream come true. Do you know what I mean? Like in front of everyone there, then that'd be something amazing.
I was going to ask you about your next fight date, but that's kind of answered because you're going to be fighting Alan Philpott soon. Last but by no means least, any shout outs you want to give? I'm sure you're going to have a very, very long list.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Manchester top team as always, supporting me, training in there, everyone band down at the gym. My sponsor like Grand Diggity, Mawson Group, Gold Ace. There's so many. Obviously, my management and stuff like that. Wilf and Ollie, had to thank them guys as always. The Mint guys. Uh, my nutritionist Kelly, she's keeping me on my diet and stuff like that. And I'd say I think that's everyone. As I think, yeah.
Please, if you can, send me a list of all those guys and probably even more that you might remember later, and I'll tag them in the description, YouTube and Instagram as well. Is that all right?
No, no worries, mate. No worries.
Lewis, thank you so much for coming on this show. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube or listening on YouTube, please don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It helps my platform grow when you do that. You can also catch the audio versions of the episode on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. Lewis, once again, thank you so much. Thank you.
No worries, mate. My pleasure.
Thank you. Take care.